Hello Aquarius and welcome to Looking Glass Letterbox. This is a general reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a good fortune reading, a good luck reading for St. Patrick's Day. So this is just something to take with you throughout the new zodiac year. Pisces season is winding down and we're getting ready to kick off another trip through the zodiac with Aries in a couple of weeks. So this is something to keep in mind and carry with you as you go about doing what you want to do. Please share in the comments whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve or create in 2019 going into 2020. I would love to hear about it. So please share in the comments. And also, if you haven't seen the Ides of March overviews I posted on the 15th, check those out for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and get a little snapshot of what you may be working with in 2019 going into 2020. It's a really fun and interesting reading to keep in mind and be aware of. Okay, but for right now, we're going to start off with your good fortune, good luck reading. And we're going to start with, what are your unique gifts and talents, Aquarius? Confidence. Okay, knowing what to do. This is a fire energy. It's an authoritative energy, so it's very confident, very visionary, very commanding, and charismatic and creative. All right, so that's a great strength to have on your side. You're an Aquarius, so you're a visionary spirit already. So, but with the fire and the air, that's very combustible, very reactive, very excitable energy. So a lot of great and compelling and interesting things can be created when those two things combine. And your potential lies in the Nine of Cups, in your generosity, in your reciprocity, in your outlook of abundance. Nines are related to fruition in the Hermit. So it's, again, an inner vision, an independent avenue of thought, an independent avenue of existence. The Nine of Cups in particular is about bliss and harmony. So your potential lies in creating that, into allowing a sense of bliss and harmony to be prevalent in your life, and then applying that and being generous with that with other people, welcoming other people into your space to share with you the things that you've generated or the things that you would like to generate. This is an emotional, it's a water card, because it's cups, so it's our emotions and our relationships and our emotional understanding of our lives. So this is inviting people to your table to partake of your abundance and your company. Okay, and to unlock this creativity and ingenuity, the 10 of Wands. So unburdening yourself. Wands are about our actions and our endeavors and our passionate endeavors and intentions and the things that we actually do. The 10 is about completion. The 10 of Wands is being in a state of overburden, taking on too much, forgetting to release the stuff that we don't need to carry with us anymore. It is about those things that we're carrying around that block us from feeling this emotional abundance and generosity, that keep us feeling like we can't take the action that this Father of Wands commands. We're completely capable of doing these things. We're insanely capable and visionary and creative and charismatic, Aquarius. But if you don't take time to look at the stuff that you've been carrying around with you, and sort of doing some housekeeping and getting rid of the stuff that no longer applies, that you're no longer interested in, that is no longer your responsibility, that is no longer active or applicable to your life. Going through those things and getting rid of the extra baggage and the extra burden to lighten the load so that we can carry on and be more effective in our endeavor with the Father of Wands and be more generous in our emotional lives with the Nine of Cups. All right. And then this is how to, the unlocking of prosperity, intuition, the High Priestess, psychic wisdom and mystery and the unknown and the inner knowing and tapping into What is it that we want? What is it that we want to connect to? What plans do we want to make to bring? This is about conceptualizing the life that you would like to have. This is the point before you start creating it and taking the action to build it. So unlocking your prosperity is deciding what you want that to be and making a map of how you want to get there, a step by step. Okay, this is what I want. This is my initial understanding of how to go about attaining that or achieving that or creating that. All right, and then where your happiness lies, the seat of your confidence is an Ace of Cups. So new beginning, love's beginnings, a new cup to fill, a new opportunity for emotional fulfillment. Okay, so you have the whole world before you. You're at a point of beginning again with a whole new cup to fill up. Do you want to fill it up with goodness? Do you want to fill it up with things that are wonderful, with generosity, something that you can share that are interesting and engage you, and that you feel a sense of belonging and purpose and active within? And do you want to just know and feel like you're taking actions to fulfill your potential and what you can actually create and achieve? Right under that, you have the Mother of Wands, which is understanding and the actions that you're going to take and being charismatic and magnetic and, engaging people to support you and to gather around you and to be a beacon of activity and exuberance and life. And right under that is walking away from what no longer serves you, letting go of those emotional connections that are dead weight. It's not that they were never useful to you. It's not that they never supported you or helped you. They just don't anymore. You're on a new path. These have to stay on the old one. So releasing that and moving forward and filling up this new cup with everything that is wonderful that you would like to have for your future, that's where your happiness lies. Okay, we're going to clarify this 10 of Wands and how to go about unlocking the creativity and ingenuity related to unburdening our list of responsibilities and burdens that we carry along with us. Things that we feel like are our responsibility or that we were responsible for, that we actually weren't. Those things weren't our problems to take on. We can let go of those things and concern ourselves with the things that are actually active right now. Okay, and that are important right now. So, the Moon. Oops, sorry about that. So, discovering the unknown, navigating and discovering, what's, hidden in the dark, what we don't know, those things that our fears sort of create monsters that exist within the darkness in our own minds, and make us afraid to actually go look into it and see what's actually there, to discover and uncover and reveal what's actually on the path ahead, and not being afraid of what we think is on the path ahead. Okay? And let's see, intuition. So unlocking prosperity. What's the key to that? To unlocking the prosperity with intuition in the High Priestess. Again, walking away from what no longer serves you. Okay? Eights are about strength, but the strength of our influence, the strength of our character, the strength of our intention and our integrity. They're about change. So with the Eight of Cups, on the path that you were on before, there was stagnation. It wasn't growing. There was no option for advancement or growth or further fruition. So you had to step onto a new path that will take you in a new direction, that will take you into further growth and prosperity, but you have to leave behind the emotional concerns and the emotional weight and connection of what your previous path, what you earned along your previous path. So that's, it's not forgetting all of the things that you've been through and all of the things that you've learned and all of the things that you achieved on the path you were on before. It's not forgetting those things. It's acknowledging those things and accepting those things and appreciating those things, but it's also recognizing that they are not going to help you carrying forward what it is you have to leave behind in order to move in a new path, on a new direction, to find this new love, this new fulfillment, this new joy and harmony and bliss. All right? It's very hard to do because it's not only your emotional connection that's going to want to spring you back onto that old path and keep you stuck there. It's also your intellect, it's your mind that's going to want to drag you back, because once the emotional response is triggered, your head goes right back to that same mental playlist that it was on when these things were active. Okay, so being strong enough to stop and not react and not just spring back to that before. And even when you do, even when it's like it happens in an instant and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I get back here? How did I get back to this thought and back to this feeling? I thought I was over this. I thought I was past it. When you do spring back into that space, having the strength to be like, you know what, this is old news. This is old story. This is no longer applying to me. I'm not here anymore. I'm moving on. And taking the time and patience to disconnect from that initial reaction to get back onto your new path and to move forward into this, from the 8 of Cups, moving forward into the 9 of Cups, to the Make-A-Wish, to the place of abundance and generosity and feeling good and feeling belonging and feeling abundant. Okay? And that is grounded in decision. That's the 2 of Wands, active decision. All right? So remember that. If you're being sprung back into a negative thought process, a negative thought place, depression, anxiety, things of that nature, you know, once you recognize it, you can decide to move forward out of that again. Not that it's easy to do that. It's not easy to do that. But you can choose to move forward again and move out of that 8 of Cups space and into the 9 of Cups space. You know, it is possible. Okay, so this is a good luck charm for you. Aquarius, this is something to keep in mind and carry with you throughout the year. To apply when you need a little bit extra sparkle, a little bit of extra oomph, a little bit of extra sizzle or pizzazz. You know, just that little extra bit of luck. You know, this is just to keep in mind, to consider when you need that. And for Aquarius, it is otter energy, beautiful. Water, so it's emotional energy, but it's playful, it's blissful, it's childlike, it's engaging and endearing. And it is without resentment, without worry, without skepticism. So releasing that resentment and worry and doubt, and embracing playfulness and unobstructed joy and contentment and being full of love and not needing anything. And you know, when you're feeling gloomy or you feel like you're making excuses for why your life is a certain way, when you're in that sort of out of balance state where you're like, ugh, what am I doing? What is going on? Bring that into balance. Have a dance party or a celebration to bring you in a state of joyful playfulness, you know, an absolute bliss, to raise your frequency, to raise your energy level so that you don't sink into feeling overburdened or depressed. And you can tap into your optimistic outlook for the future. And remember, you're powerful here. You have the King of Wands here. You are super powerful and capable at this time. So that is all that I have for you today, Aquarius. Have an amazing St. Patrick's Day. And again, if you need to contact me, you can do that at looking.glass.letterbox@gmail.com. And I will see you in the full moon readings on the 20th. Bye-bye.